What are your thoughts?
I think they should just have every candidate be at the polls, and you could come up and shake them by the lapels before you go into the voting booth, and then you'd have a bigger turnout than you've ever had before.
You think so?
Yes, I'm just disgusted with them all. I'd like to go back to the days of Tammany Hall, and where we had corrupt politics, but everybody knew that they were corrupt, and they were proud that they were corrupt, and I think they got more things done. It's just polarized politics now.
Now, you know he's a comedian, right?
But I'm serious. Well, to a degree. I've been watching too much Boardwalk Empire.
I think that's one of the seats that we had to win in order to take back the Senate. So it's probably going to be 51-49 if I had to predict.
But how well did anyone think she was going to do, really?
Well, then I have a question about that for all Republicans.
And then I got to bring Tom back in. Go ahead.
Why, when Republicans have a candidate who might even have a chance against all odds, do they have to keep invoking God and their relationship with God, or their supposed relationship with God?
Well, she wasn't really their candidate, though.
No, but it's disastrous even with the third party or a Tea Party. I think the Tea Party is just a thinly veiled thing for born-again Christians, and it's unfortunate because
I disagree with that, actually.
You're going to get emails.
That's okay. That's why I'm here.
Okay, Tom.
We need some conflict. Well, as much as I hate to admit it, even though I am a native New Yorker, I was pretty much raised in New Jersey. And my parents,
I was raised in New Jersey, and I'm proud of it.
Okay, my parents were very involved in politics.
Right? You better say that.
Mom, he's a doctor. My parents were very involved in politics, and my grandparents lived in Perth Amboy, New Jersey, and we had, like, then your quintessential Congressman, Ed Patton. And I grew up, like, in the neighborhood with Ed Patton, would walk around and shake hands. He actually lived amongst his constituents.
Fun.
And again, we had better politics took place. Things happened. I mean,
yeah, but you want to bring back, like,
congressman
corruption and weird dealings or something.
Well, but we have enough corruption. Look at Hiram Montserrat and every other politician, or Charlie Rangel. I mean, they're doing, like, really high-end corruption. These guys were just taking a little graft here and there, but they moved it around. You know, I had a good email from somebody who subscribes to my website. Andy from Wisconsin said we're going from capitalist cronyism to socialist cronyism, and he's right.
Well, I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
So how do you think we fix it?
Well, you know, I wish I was the burning bush. I like to complain about all of this stuff. I don't have the answers, but I think that we can't have politics as usual. I think there have to be more changes.
Oh, we need a transformational president.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to vote out some idiots and replace them with morons. Wow,
I don't know.
What's new?
I got to tell you, yeah, I'm becoming disillusioned with.
Oh, yeah. I was at Amazingly Undercover, a political rally recently for Chris Christie. Meg Whitman was there, McCain was there, and
this is in California, right?
No, it was at the Time Warner Center, and I was actually really impressed with Meg Whitman.
This.
I was wowed by her, and I walked out going, "Oh, I would vote for her. That's my Mr. T
pretty
thing."
Cool. And
I was surprised. I mean, considering how much money she spent on her campaign, that she's not running away with the election.
She may dump some more money in. Meg's got another 20 mil.
Yeah, she can afford it. I think she's a great candidate. I remember.
Brown is so eccentric. There's nothing else that he could do that would shock anybody.
Yeah, his 3-hour car ride with Fidel Castro a couple of years ago was a little bit surprising.
He used to sleep on a cot somewhere. He never even used the
Yeah, he's very interesting. He's a very bright man, very learned, but.
It's about time. I picked a great quote from that Times article. It said, Obama has very little patience for the inevitable theatrics of Washington. And that's a big mistake on his part. That's like being a movie star who's upset with adulation and attention. But that goes to his lack of experience, too. He was a community organizer. He wasn't much of a politician. He doesn't.
But you voted for him.
Yes, I did, but I can still criticize him.
You fell in love with the whole transformation.
I was married for 17 years. I was criticized every day by my wife. She still yells at me.
Yeah, but did you get one of those Obama commemorative plates? Were you that smitten? Because they had those, you know.
No, I didn't send
away the DVD and stuff from the inauguration.
Like at 3 o'clock in the morning, the infomercial with Billy Mays. You too can own this.
I know that poor guy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think they've created enthusiasm, interest in politics, discussion.
To contradict my colleague, I don't think that it's a strictly religious thing. It's about people who don't want to pay taxes, who people don't want a larger government, who don't want the government expanding, who don't want the federal debt increasing. And those are the issues that are really motivating people.
But that's what they should deal with specifically, and it just seems like they deviate too much. And there are often a lot of ultra-conservative religious commentaries that come out of the Tea Party that really aren't applicable.
Those are the ones that make headlines.
Yes,
it's the silent majority of people who don't want to pay taxes who make up the voters that are going to help the Tea Party gain some more influence.
Look, I socially, I'm very democratic. I'm very concerned with the Democratic Party's ability to understand that the government isn't working effectively. And Obama's big political push was, we're going to give people faith in government again. But how are you going to have faith in an entity that isn't working effectively? Mm-hmm. There was an article yesterday about the New Jersey Turnpike and the tolls they collect and the frivolous expenditures. And I mean, it was outrageous. I actually printed it out in here somewhere. It's too long for me to go into. But just idiotic expenditures that come out of the budget there to pay for a bowling league for the people that are there. I mean, that's our toll money, it's our tax dollars, and when you see how the government runs something, you say, could we put these people in charge of a major corporation? Would they run it into the ground? Yes, probably.
Of course.
With the way you're talking about spending earmarks, I'm surprised you didn't vote for Senator McCain.
Well, I disagree with his choice in running mate dramatically.
Who was that again?
Was that a deal breaker for you?
Yes. Yeah, completely. Absolutely.
Would you have maybe voted for him, and then when he picked her, you were like, no?
Oh, I was willing to listen to him, but there was no way I was going to consider voting for Sarah Palin. Sorry, I bumped into the green room once. She was very nice.
She's so nice.
Yes,
she's wonderful.
She really is. I met her here too. I mean, she's
I'm sure it was an accident when she spilled that coffee all over me. She dumped the entire pot.
Oh, she did not. Silly. Was it tea? Tea?
Yes. Then we had a party.
Then we had a party. They're a funny guy, funny guy.
I'm fine.
All right, exactly. Okay, you guys, well, that's all we have time for right now. For this part of the show, we have a commercial break. We're going to pay some bills. We lost poor Tom Bevan. I don't know what happened to him. He went to go do some more polls and stuff.
I think it was that plug over here that I pulled out.
Yeah, you yanked the cord. And we have Dr. David Tukey. Thank you so much for being here with us in studio. Hope your mother enjoyed the show as well. You've got a fine son here. And of course, you're back. You're regular. Rob Taub all the time. Political humorist, robtaub.com. So write into him if you have a Tea Party anger about what he said.
Please.
Send it to him. He likes it.